And welcome back, everyone, to Twin Flicks, where we always here celebrating the magic of movies and physical media with you. Now, if you love physical media as much as I do, to the point where you'll actually spend more money exporting a movie just because it has different artwork, just because it's a limited edition, just because it's 4K, I did with Brimstone and Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, which is not available here in 4K UHD in the States. I imported it from the UK. So if you're like me that has this passion for physical media, then you need to hit that subscribe button and also remember to hit that notification bell so you can be notified when new videos drop, including new videos. Now, I'm not sure if this is up yet or not, but a 4K versus Blu-ray comparison of Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. And check out my review for 12 Monkeys, 4K versus Blu-ray. And this is a video that you need to watch if you haven't already, because I talk about a mishap in this presentation where 400 frames are missing. Also, every Wednesday we have a physical media show that's co-hosted by my friend Dan. As I said, every Wednesday, where we go in and just talk about physical media for about an hour. And we also go into viewer mailbag where we answer some letters and some viewer questions. It's a good show. It's a good time. So check that out every Wednesday. But I know what you're here for. This came in today from Arrow Video for me to review. Now, there are two different versions of this. As you can see here, there's a standard version, and then you have this steelbook. They're both limited edition box sets. Now, if you want to see a unboxing of this, I unboxed it in our episode 5 of our Physical Media Coast to Coast show. So go look there. The link will be up here somewhere. Also, the street date to Wild Things is near the end of this month, May 24th, in just a couple weeks. Now, I still own the dated 2007 Blu-ray, so I was curious how much love did they pour into this little 90s thriller, and how does it hold up to the 2007 Blu-ray? Well, let's find out, and as usual, I have screenshots from both formats. Now, as I said, the disc does contain both 1 hour and 48 minute theatrical cut and the unrated 1 hour and 54 minute director's cut. Both cuts do have the identical UHD transfers, so there's no difference between those two. Now, when I compared this to the 2007 Blu-ray, I was really impressed. The presentation looks fresher, sharper, and clearer than ever before. The colors are bright and vibrant and shows off the intense lush greens and blue waters of Florida with very nice contrast levels that has some nice intensity to it thanks to the help of HDR grading, making the color ranges really pop, including much better skin tones that look more lifelike and natural than the Blu-ray did, giving the Florida skin tones a more sun-bronzed tone to it. There are also wider whites that look brilliant and deeper, inkier black levels that are solid, and I saw zero crush problems. The detail and textural levels are also on point with some outstanding attention to detail. From clothes to vehicles, especially the Florida landscapes, the skyline, the sunsets, the sunrise, facial close-ups where you can see every imperfection, to strands of hair. It just all looks stellar and much, much more improved over the dated 2007 Blu-ray. Grain structure is also pretty solid, holding that very fine filmic grain level that we all love to see. Night scenes and low light scenes look phenomenal, and daylight scenes are bright and intense. The entire presentation looks on point, full of vibrancy. The image stability is also much, much more improved over the dated Blu-ray that becomes more and more obvious as the presentation goes on, and especially when I was comparing it to the dated Blu-ray. Honestly, this is just an exceptional UHD presentation. I was very impressed with, to the point where it really isn't fair to compare the 2007 Blu-ray to this. It's just an outstanding 4K UHD presentation. There's no new audio track. It still holds the 2007 DTS Lossless 5.1 track, but honestly, it still gets the job done. There's nothing wrong with the track. And while the film isn't heavy on surround effects, it's much more dialogue driven as a thriller. It still sounds pretty great. First of all, dialogue is crystal clear and centered and easy to understand. The film also leans more towards ambience-based sound effects that also sound fantastic. You can hear things from like just wind blowing, echo through school hallways, vehicles driving back and forth, and engines. It was really cool because you heard little insects sounds and frogs chirping that sounded really cool. And they do come through the surround channels. The film's music hits home though, oozing out of the surround channels. And when used, the LFE, the low ends sound great as well when the subchannel is used. So while the audio to Wild Things is not on par with today's surround tracks, it's more ambience based, it still sounds fantastic and gets the job done. So I'm giving the 4K UHD presentation of Wild Things from Arrow Video, I'm giving the video a 4.5 out of a 5 and the audio a 4 out of a 5. But hey, you know, I'm open-minded, and as my daddy used to say, belly buttons are like opinions, everyone has one. So I'm curious, let me know down below in the comments, when you compare the difference here between the 4K and the Blu-ray, which do you think looks better? Or do you see any comparison at all? Let me know down below in the comments. But you know where I stand. This is where I stand. Sorry. Again, this is released at near the end of this month, May 24th. So definitely pick up a copy, especially if you're a fan of the movie. And I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with us with this comparison review video. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you can be notified new videos drop, and hit that subscribe button because, again, I have a handful of new reviews coming up. And as always, keep doing your part in keeping physical media alive, and I'll see you next time.